Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing, December the 28th, 2024 daily cryptocurrency, XRP, and blockchain technology video. J. Over the holidays, we didn't have as many posts. I had a house project that I was finishing up. So those were some of the reasons you didn't get your daily cryptocurrency video, but we're done with the house project and we're ready to rock and roll into the new year of 2025. As if you want to use my links that I do use to trade, Robinhood's got more than 25 cryptocurrencies you can trade from, and they have uh, crypto wallets to transfer to and from the exchange, along with Coinbase down below in the video description or the pinned comment. And if we want to become members of the industry cheapest and best value, and I dare you to find a better value. Yes, J. Members of Jabroni Killers, just $2.69 a month. Help support the channel or super chat if you find anything in this video value. And right now, what we're looking at since we talked the last time is we have our major support levels have stayed the same. The short term or the 100-day moving average has trended up a little bit. If this thing would just work with me and let me grab it, it's trended up into the current time at $85,000. And the long term or the bull market support has now trended up above that 73,869 to 75,000. And the Bitcoin price still after the $108,000 top has continued to consolidate down. If we go into the full screen for my lovely audience, and it continues to hold at a new bottom or a new floor here regionally, where we've had several areas of a hit once, twice, three, four, five, six, seven hits, all right here on wicks. And now the candle bodies are coming down towards it along the short term or the 50. And that is significant because that's the first time since the bull market really started, ever since back here in mid-October J that we've hit any of the moving averages and the short-term moving average. So that's November, that's nearly 2.5 months since we've hit the 50-day moving average, what could be signifying a cooling down period in the market and a step down pattern or step down fashion in the consolidation that we've been talking about in the daily time frame. And if we look at the Bitcoin price with our industry exclusive perching tool, not that lame old line tool, right? This is the perching tool. You can pivot and whatnot. You can see we had our first at 90,000, another one at 92, another one at 90,000, 90,000, 90,000, and now the full candle bodies are down there. And if we breach this 50-day moving average, you're going to break the 89,000, and then you would most likely come down to short-term support at the 100-day moving average in blue at about $85,110.86. And then you would be trading and probably come back up into this 89,000. And then if you wanted to continue the bull market, you would have to pump past there and breach this old 50-day moving average that would be trending down now. And if you don't do that, you get that big hook nose bearish reversal pattern, you would come down to 75,650.31, which would still be a nice bullish consolidation, but it would be something to decipher as we got closer down to that. And that's what we're watching in the short term of Bitcoin. Now, if I was to illustrate what I'm talking about here, you would be trading, and these all trade, they don't have to come straight down, but you would start and get supported on the 100-day moving average. And then if you came back up into this 89,000 and you had that big hook nose Jew bearish reversal pattern, you would see that. And that would be a very, very bearish fashion, right? To be bullish, you would come down to that same area, right? Let's get rid of that. You'd come down to the same area like that, trade, but then get back on top of the 89,000 and hold it as support and then start to trade up. That would be a bullish scenario. If you do come down, we don't want it to be red. We'll make it some phenomenal green color. That would be a bullish scenario in green on a retest of the 100-day moving average, something we haven't done in 2.5 months would be green, and a bearish scenario to 75,000 would be more like blue, where you get rejected by the 89,000. So that's what we're looking at there. Is the Bitcoin dominance in here? Let's see what's going on with the Bitcoin dominance. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, it's because I'm in the Robinhood one. Let's look at the Bitcoin dominance. It's always important to look at that. And you can see the Bitcoin dominance recently after it peaked out at about, let's get back into the full screen, after we peaked out at about 59.92% Bitcoin dominance, which was a couple of month high, a high not seen since early November. So about a month high is now starting to get rejected at the 58.55. And that's something to pay attention to as we continue to trade out here into the future. Uh, AMP, I'm still bullish on AMP. We've been in a local consolidation now for several weeks, and you can see our next target would be up here at 0.023, but we've consolidated on the 50-day moving average. And one could say here that what we're doing here was from this big old November the 6th pump to the wick to the point of a breakout, and that could breach you above the 0.02352. And I do think we're going to get there. It's just when, not if, right? Delayed, not denied. But right now we're gotta hold this 50-day moving average, because if we slip that, we would come down to the 100-day moving average right there in blue. But we'll continue to watch out for that. And I'm still short-term bearish on XLM and XRP. And I've been that for a while. Come here, kitty. I've done that for quite some time, and we were very transparent about that. Right about in here, after that big wick at 63 cents, we got short to medium term bearish, long term bullish, and the price has continued uh, to follow what we were talking about. Another reason why we're the industry best here in the crypto space. Right when we were in here, we noticed the drastically daily candles falling volume, and then the mean of the volume started to fall. And now it's very noticeable in a lot of red sell candles, and we became short to medium term bearish. And we initially did run down to 42 cents. Then we had a ferocious rally to 61 cents. And then we dropped down to 43 and was trading between about 38 in about 45 cents for a couple of weeks, but now we've run up against the 50-day moving average, just like Bitcoin. And you can see the last time we hit the 50-day moving average or were below it was November the 4th, right before the epic pump. But the volume continues to decline. And that leads me to continue to think we're in a step down pattern still. And if we break this 35 cents, which we're trading along it now for ever since about December the 20th, for about a week's time frame now, the next major move in XLM would be down to 28 cents. And then the next major move after some kind of a trade back up, just like Bitcoin getting rejected now on a way back up here, would be down to the 21 cents, right? So that's where I think the next two major moves are coming. It's going to be to the downswing to 28 and to the 21 cents. But that's something that we're going to continue to watch, because once we get down into this 21 to 24 cents, there could be a ferocious rally back up to 42 cents. It might be, if you haven't accumulated into this first big pump, this would be a nice area to accumulate back in if you missed out, uh, because that would be a 67.41% correction in this bull market. And then I could see a quick, ferocious whiplash rally back to the upside from about the 21 cents all the way back up to the 43 cents, which would be 100% move from the swing low to a pump high, a regional pump. And that's something that I'm paying attention for a swing trade. Or if you need an entry price, that would only be about 11 cents from the pre-pump area, or about 100% higher than the pre-pump, which is a way better entry price than up here at 60, 70, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents on the upswing. This would be a much better entry price if you didn't get in yet down here at the 21 cents. And there is still an outside chance that we come all the way back down to the first pump consolidation, which is back here at 13 cents, which was where you could see we had our first move to life. And then we consolidated along it for several days until we broke out with our second pump and then our third pump, right? So our short to medium term bearish trend has the call that we made, which was unpopular at the time, up here at 60 cents, right into this area right here, where we could see it stagnating out. The price is down 43% since then, and it's been down almost as much as 50%. And we'll continue to watch out for that over the next couple of days. And it's the same thing with XRP. We're consolidating down sideways, and we haven't touched the short-term moving averages since about December the 4th or November the 4th, the same thing as the XLM and the Bitcoin. And we're still short to medium term bearish here. And we're almost coming back down to that $1.88. And now the $1.88 is in line beautifully with the 50-day moving average, which I do believe in the next several days we will hit. And then if we breach that, The 100-day moving average in blue, followed by the 200-day in green, respectively, are three major underneath targets. $1.88 to hit again for the second time, but in the range would be the fourth time, and then to drop down and touch the 144 and maybe the 108. And the 108 would be a good swing trade because just like XLM, you might have a big ferocious rally if we did come back down and touch this moving average all the way back up into the $1.89, potentially to the $2.24, which would be a quick pump back and would be 100% move. But I am still short to medium term bearish in XLM. Some people could say that we are in a bull flag right here, and you could take that from the bottom to the top, and then this would be your tightly consolidated flagpole, right? And then you could take that to the point of a breakout up here, and that would get you all the way up here to a price of, if we clone, no, we want to clone this, clone that, that would get you all the way up here to $12.30. I'm not thinking that's going to happen. I do think at some point we will tag the all-time high at 334, but I do feel, just like I've been calling you, with the industry best uh and easiest to super simple and easy to understand technical analysis, JE, without all the hype, without all the fleecery, to keep you out ahead of the criminal gangsters and the market manipulation. I still do believe we're going to start to trade down a little bit as the sellers are the profit takers of the market after you had from a swing low of 48 cents to a swing high of $2.87. You had a 500% move in about 3 weeks, and there's going to be profit taking as the volume and the regional hype dies down. And then all the people that got in up here that bought in from the people that are selling some of their bag to take profit to just rinse, wash, and repeat and do it again as we get closer. If we do down to that 91 to $1.08, the people that were loaded up down here and even lower prices that have sold all of this to you, to the new retail trader that FOMO'd in. Well, if this capitulates back down like that, they will sell it back down here to those same guys that bought back here and sold it to you up here. You will sell it back to them down here, right? That's just the way these markets work with the retail traders that buy the FOMO and then sell the fear because they bought in at a hype pump price and a bad entry price. And that's something that I'm watching out for, my beautiful audience. And that's something that I try to keep you out ahead of because I don't want to see you get fleeced. I don't want to see you get shysted or heisted by the criminal gangsters and the market manipulation, right? And if we look at any news over the holidays, Ripple RLSLU stablecoin explodes with 106% growth in volume. That's something interesting. And noteworthy development, the RLUSD stablecoin has seen an increase in trading volume by 106% in 24 hours, according to CoinMarketCap. Trading volume reached 39 million in the previous 24 hours, the highest growth transaction of the stablecoins in the market. uh, RSL USD pair on the big bullish exchange, which is about 55.02, reflecting strong demand among users transitioning between these two stable coins. The BTC RSU pair bullish 23.15, while the XRP contributed 12% to the overall trading volume. The stablecoin pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar is issued uh, both XRP Ledger and Ethereum network and may be utilized for a variety of applications and use cases, including cross-border payments and decentralized banking. It was released December the 17th on the platform of Uphold, MoonPay, CoinMina, uh, Tax, and Bitso, with further listings likely in the following weeks. On the same day, USD made its debut and Independence Reserve, Singapore first cryptocurrency exchange to list the stablecoin. So that's something very interesting. And these are some of the things we're going to continue to follow: the charts, the news, the volume, the retail traders, and the overall sentiment in the market. Peace and love to my beautiful audience.